Coming up tonight on WHOV's Watch Hampton celebrates being ranked the top 10 school and find out why Hampton outranked Harvard in the latest survey.
And it's election time on campus. We talk to candidates who are running for top student positions. The action starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Damian Gilmore.
And I'm Leslie Delasport. Let's get right to the big news on campus that everyone is talking about, student government elections.
This week, students have been vying for leadership positions for Student Government Association here on Hampton's campus.
Aaliyah Williamson takes a closer look.
Election season is here again at Hampton University, and students are ready to get involved and make a change.
These students who are running and hopefully will win are the next leadership for the class of the Student Government Association and will have some major impact on the campus the following school year.
The election week started on Sunday with speeches and continued Wednesday evening with debates. At the debates, candidates for senior class president, SGA student trustee, SGA vice president, and SGA president went head-to-head for student votes. There was a large turnout of students. Some came to support their favorite candidate, while others were more interested in the debates to help them decide who to vote for.
I want to hear people speak from the heart instead of trying to tell me what I want to hear.
The SGA presidential candidates will be leading the campus with their initiatives
to make sure that LGBTQ folks are incorporated in campus because I think that everyone needs a voice.
There's really lack of communication between elected officials, students, and administration. As elected officials, we're supposed to bridge that gap between students and administration.
Obviously, I'm running for the next Student Government Association president, but it's not just me running, it's we. We, as Hampton University, are running to be Student Government Association president.
Taking SGA and working with administration closely to make sure that we repair all the issues that are going on now with present Hampton.
Very different platforms, but they all want the same thing: a unified campus and a great year for Hamptonians. Aaliyah Williamson, WHOV News.
Voting takes place Friday, starting at 9 and ending at 5.
Students will receive a link in their emails talking to them about the online ballot. Winners will be announced in the Student Center Theater at 6.
Hampton University is near the top of a very interesting list comparing more than 1,000 public and private universities. This list is called the College Risk Reward Indicator. In a nutshell, it means the higher you are on the list, the better chance you have of making enough money upon graduation to pay off your college debt. In other words, there's a very low risk of a Hampton student defaulting on a college student loan. Princeton is number 1 on the list. Hampton ranks number 7, ahead of both the highly touted Ivy League schools of Harvard and Yale. Not only is Hampton ranking high, but we are also winning grants that can make a difference on the campus. Hampton University won a $10,000 grant from the Home Depot Retool Your School contest. The grant will be used to renovate the iron gating and new landscaping around the historic Emancipation Oak. It's a historic landmark here at Hampton University. It was the first place where President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation was read. The contest involved over 57 HBCUs across the country, making Hampton one of the top 10 colleges to receive this grant.
Graduation is quickly approaching, and we finally know who will be the commencement speaker. They announced that author political analyst Dr. Eric Dyson will serve as the university's 146th speaker. Dyson was named by Essence magazine as one of the 50 most inspiring African Americans in the U.S. He is an MSNBC political analyst and former host of NPR's The Michael Eric Dyson Show. Commencement will be held May 8th at Armstrong Stadium at 10 a.m. And while seniors are looking forward to turning their tassel and graduation gowns, this weekend they'll be wearing a different type of gown, to the senior ball. Later on in the show, we take a look at how upperclassmen are preparing for their special nights. Now let's take a look at what's going on across the nation, right where drones might be soon flying high.
But first, parents are concerned after 2 separate school bus accidents. In Baltimore, Maryland, several high school and middle school students are hurt after their bus overturned. 42 people were on board at the time. The bus driver and 9 students were taken to a local hospital. Police are investigating what caused the crash, but it appears the driver may have just lost control and hit a utility pole. In Apopka, Florida, a school bus burst into flames just moments after students were removed from it. Neighbors heard the explosion and took this cell phone video. Take a look. Deputies say the driver reported mechanical problems coming from the bus and pulled over after the first stop. The moments after the kids were put onto another bus to make it home. The bus went up in flames, but no one was hurt. The Federal Aviation Administration is being asked to relax its rules on drones right now. Operators are largely banned from flying drones over people. The rules are meant to minimize potential injury to those on the ground, but that could change if a panel that included members of the drone industry, airlines, and realtors gets its way. Under the group's proposed rule, drones would have to fly 20 feet above people's heads with a 10-foot buffer space on all sides. If the FAA will review the suggested rules and open them up for public comment. After that, the FAA will propose official rules.
Police have released new video of the third Brussels airport bomber. It shows a man in a light-colored jacket and a fishing hat with rolled-up sleeves leaving the airport right after the bombing on March 22nd. Authorities say by the time the suspect reaches a neighborhood close to the airport, he lost his white jacket and his fishing hat. The Belgian Federal Prosecutor's Office says the suspect has the same man shown in a previously released surveillance pushing a luggage cart. Next to the other men, the police say killed themselves in the bombing. The bombing at the airport and a Brussels subway system killed 32 people and injured more than 300 others. A European airplane taking Toyota Prius concept to the skies. Airbus plans to start selling hybrid passenger planes by 2030. The plane should carry up to 100 passengers and have a range of about 620 miles. That's enough to get you from New York to Detroit. Officials say the hybrid planes would use less fuel and be more quiet, just like popular Prius. They will use electric engines for takeoff and landing, and they will be almost silent. They will still use jet fuel at cruising altitudes. Airbus says it's an ultimate goal, and it's to develop zero-emissions aviation. Turning now to the world of politics, after Ted Cruz and Bernie Sanders saw victories in Wisconsin, candidates are now focused on the Big Apple and its big delegate prize. Frontrunners Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are heading to their home state and are feeling confident.
I can't believe it. I am so excited to be in New York. And
that's got to be a relief.
Sleeping in my own bed.
The polls just came out in New York, where they really know me best.
A Quinnipiac poll shows former New York Senator Hillary Clinton beating Brooklyn-born and raised Bernie Sanders by 12 points and the Empire State 54 to 42%. The Sanders campaign maintains he has momentum on his side after winning 7 of the last 8 contests. New Yorkers cast their ballots April 19th.
Damien, there's always something going on in the world of business.
That's right, Leslie. WHOV Bloomberg reporter Tamia Woodsey has the latest. Tamia?
Thank you, Damien. In today's Bloomberg Business Report, school endowments, Final Four tickets, and U.S. airlines are topping the news. Let's get started. 2 congressional committees are looking closely at endowments of the 56 wealthiest colleges. Amid rising student debt and higher tuition costs, the committees want the largest nonprofit universities to answer questions regarding donations, financial aid, and investment returns. Schools say that the endowments are critical to operating, including scholarships, faculty salaries, and building projects. The government wants to know if it needs to change the way the tax code treats those institutions. Harvard, Yale, and Stanford have the largest endowments. Harvard's endowment is $36 billion, while Yale's is $25 billion, and Stanford following with $21 billion. Among HBCUs, Howard is number 1 with $586 million, followed by Spelman with $367 million, and our very own Home by the Sea, Hampton, with $288 million. HBCUs were not among those asked by the government to supply information to the congressional committees. How much would you pay for a ticket to the Final Four? Well, it appears that people are willing to pay much less than they were only a year ago. In fact, the average resale for Monday Night Tilt in Houston with Villanova against North Carolina was $324. Seat tracking and sales site SeatGeek says only one other game in recent memory had a lower price than that, and that was in 2012 when Kentucky beat Kansas. The price then was $236. A Seat Site Geek spokesperson said the reason could be a twofold: Oklahoma's failure to make it to the Final Two and an interest in the local Houston market. Now, whether you're flying from Houston to Hampton or anywhere else, you might want to take a look at the latest airline rankings. Virgin Airlines tops the list of the top airlines again, followed by JetBlue and Delta. But what airline gets the crown for the worst airline? The award goes to Spirit. Not only did they have the worst on-time performance at 69%, but it also had the worst consumer complaints. Damien and Leslie, back to you.
Coming up later in the show, we'll set sail on the Hampton pirate ship to see what the sailing team is up to.
But after the break, we look at how black girls are rocking all across America. Entertainment is up next.
Being so close to my optic nerves, regular radiation would definitely have damaged those optic nerves. There was that possibility of blindness. Proton therapy gave me the ability to do the things that I need for my family.
This is what cancer treatment looks like at the Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute. Minimal damage to healthy tissue, minimal side effects. Live your life. Let us fight your cancer. Ask your oncologist about proton therapy.
Matchsticks, matchbox, matching tie to matching socks. You don't know why, but you're really special. To match point, match game. You and I are not the same, but I can tell that you're really special to me. There is something I can give to make you laugh, to help you live. We're the perfect match, and you're really special to me. We're the perfect match, and you're really special to me.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move? In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Mine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate college.
I'm going to make a difference.
I knew I wanted to go to college, but I had no clue how to pay for it.
The U.S. Department of Education has over $100 billion to help students pay for college.
And the free application? You mean the FAFSA? I did it online. I'm going to find out how to pay for college.
I'm going to college.gov.
Damien, did you catch Black Girls Rock this week?
No, I didn't get a chance to, but I heard it was a great show. Luckily, our entertainment correspondent, Ariana Harriet, is here with the latest.
The power of women alone is sensational. However, the power of Black women is phenomenal. Tracee Ellis Ross kicked off the evening honoring numerous Black women who actively changed the lives of others with their Black girl magic. The creator of Black Girls Rock, Beverly Bond, became emotional as she thanked Hillary Clinton for her heartfelt introduction, along with Deborah Lee. Honorees such as Rihanna, Shonda Rhimes, and Amanda Steinberg were just a few honored. Of course, the night would not be special without performances from the legendary Gladys Knight, Miss Lauryn Hill, Andra Day, Jasmine Sullivan, and more. Not only does Black Girls Rock host an empowering annual awards ceremony, the corporation is also a nonprofit mentoring organization geared to encourage dialogue and analysis of the ways women of color are portrayed in the media. May their Black girl magic continuously shine. With almost a week after posting a profanity-filled video, California rappers YG and Nipsey Hussle filmed a shoot shunning the Make America Great Again presidential candidate Donald Trump. The post loaded to YG's Instagram showed over 100 people shouting explicit phrases as Mexican flags waved through the air as cameras were rolling. During the video shoot, tasers and guns were used to order the crowd and eventually shut down the police. The presidential candidate has yet to respond to any of these allegations. Kelly Rowland is focused on the future of a potential legacy, that is. Alongside choreographer Frank Gatson, the Destiny's Child member is searching for new talent across the country as they assemble a new girl group. At the moment, there are only two well-known girl groups, Fifth Harmony and Little Mix, so adding another into the music industry wouldn't hurt. Aside from chasing Destiny, Kelly plans to work on new music. But as for now, Chasing Destiny airs on BET Tuesday at 10 p.m. Now, I personally feel that girl groups should just be left in the 90s.
I don't want to be in a girl group. Damien, how about you? Would you want to be in an all-girl group?
I don't think I'm qualified for
Are you
that,
sure?
so I'm
I
going to
think.
say
You don't
no.
think?
No,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
I just thought maybe you were.
All right. Stay tuned. You do not want to miss out on what Harvey's weather machine has to offer. Our weather correspondent Imani Crenshaw will have the latest when we get back.
Sports correspondent Cameron Flores has the latest.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
I see it!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Welcome to the Hampton University Museum and Archives. Founded in 1868, the institution has 2 floors, 10 galleries pulling from collections of Hawaiian art, African American art, Pacific Islander and Native American art. In particular, the African American art collection is the largest collection of African American art in the country. This is truly a national treasure.
Hampton University Museum, I-64 exit 267, Hampton.
As you all know, this week started off beautiful, warm weather, short sleeves, then it just got cold all of a sudden.
I know, I'm glad it was nice for high school day and the weekend, but I want the warm weather to stay.
Hopefully, WHOV reporter correspondent Imani Crenshaw will bring us some good news. Imani?
Well, the weather has been tricky these last couple of days, but last night we saw some pretty clear skies. Taking a look outside currently, it's 66 degrees. Later tonight, we can expect a drop in the temperature with a low of 47 degrees. We will see quite a bit of heavy rainfall with an 80% chance of precipitation, but we can expect those rain showers to clear up tonight with only a 40% chance of rain. Now, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, we are looking at partly cloudy skies, a beautiful high of 61, and a low of 44 degrees, with not a drop of rain in sight. Saturday, we can expect a high of 52 degrees and a low of 34 degrees. Sunday, a high of 53 and a low of 43. Monday, we will enjoy a high of 71 degrees and a low of 56, with partly cloudy skies. We'll probably experience those winds picking up to cool us off a bit throughout the day. I hope we can continue with the week with more beautiful weather. Well, I'm looking forward to Monday, 71 degrees, nice warm weather. I can take off these winter coats. It's
yes,
ridiculous.
most definitely.
I was hoping to wear some shorts, maybe some sandals. I don't know.
Maybe.
Shorts?
That would be nice.
Sandals?
Shorts would be good. Sneakers maybe, not sandals. Clothes still, yes. Well, for you ball lovers, it's ball season at Hampton again. Find out how people are getting ready for senior ball in our On the Yard segment.
But next, we shine a light on the Hampton Pirates in sports. We'll be right back.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
An article where proton therapy was referred to as the holy grail of cancer treatment. I could leave my office, have the treatment, and drive back to work in about an hour and 10 minutes.
The Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute is treating prostate, brain, and other cancers with the most precise form of radiation treatment available.
It was almost too easy.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer, call the Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute today.
The small town of Elmira, New York,
a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
The weather is warming up and sports is getting ready for another season.
I know, school might be coming to an end, but they are just beginning. Cameron Flores?
Thank you, Damian and Leslie. Good evening, sports fans. There is so much going on here on campus and around the world in sports. Let's get right to it. The Hampton University sailing team picked up another win over the weekend, winning the Webb Open International hosted at Christopher Newport University. The Pirates were the only team to open up under 100 points, finishing at 79 total, winning 5 races and finishing as runner-up in 3. The team was led by sophomore Maximilian Kuster and junior Lada Dechati competed in the A division. Freshman Elizabeth Kuster and Luker Taglialin also saw victories in Saturday's meet, both winning meets in the B division. The Pirates will sail in the Nova Spring Open this weekend in Philadelphia on Saturday and Sunday. Over this past weekend, the Hampton Lady Pirates lost a doubleheader to in-state foe Virginia Tech. But there's always some good news in a bad situation, as each player from a class had a bright spot in their games. Freshman Hope Sobolewski got Hampton on board with the 4th inning with her only score. She scored on a double to center from sophomore Jada Fields. Junior Danielle Budden had 2 of Hampton's first 6 hits, and senior Taylor McCoy also pinched in with a hit herself. Although the Pirates dropped those 2 games, they look to recover as they hit the road this upcoming weekend to play the Delaware State Hornets. Good luck, ladies. They have a chance to avenge their losses by beating an in-conference opponent. Hampton's golf team competed this past weekend at the Florida A&M Spring Invitational in Tallahassee, Florida. The Lady Pirates won the women's team title with a 2-round score of 665. Sophomore Brittany Smith led with 79 and 77, leaving her 12 over and just 1 shot shy of the women's individual title. Junior TJ O'Neal won his first individual title of the season in men's division, scoring 73 and 74 to finish only 3 over with a 147. Both teams have as little break as they prepare for the MEAC Golf Championship beginning April 21st in Savannah, Georgia. Good luck to both of the teams. The March Madness is finally over, and it surely did not disappoint. The men's national championship game this past Monday between the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Villanova Wildcats will go down as a classic. The Tar Heels, down 3 late, tied it up with an amazing double-clutch 3-point shot by senior Marcus Page, 4.7 seconds left on the clock, and then the impossible happened. Junior Chris Jenkins of the Wildcats hits a buzzer-beater 3, giving the Wildcats their first national championships in 31 years. The final score, 77-74. Senior Ryan Arcascinato was named the outstanding player of the game and the player of the Final Four, averaging 15.8 points during the tournament. Congratulations. And now on to the women's championship. The UConn Huskies are national champions once again with an 82-51 victory over the Syracuse Tuesday night. The Huskies have now won 4 straight, I repeated, 4 straight national championships. Senior Breanna Stewart finished off her collegiate career with a double-double and her 4th straight finals MVP award. Coach Gino Ariema also has 11 national titles. Congratulations to the UConn Huskies on another perfect season. Whew. Now this week's very own sports reporter, Bakari Clemens, went out to see how the student athletes help their teams on and off the court. This week's Pirate Spotlight. Let's check it out.
Whether it's on the court or off the court, this team captain makes sure his presence is felt. This is Luke Thompson. He is a sophomore 5-year MBA major from Manchester, England. Besides being the captain of the men's tennis team, he is also very active on campus.
I do a lot of stuff, so I'm on the tennis team. I've got my classes on SLP and a lot of other organizations on campus. So for me, the main thing is time management, just having a schedule, sticking by the schedule, and it's really prioritizing stuff that's important to you.
Although Luke is the team captain, he is unable to help his team on the course this season.
It's been really tough, especially with, it's not just been me who's been injured. I had surgery in January, so it was tough trying to stay involved. So I would come to practice but wouldn't really be able to practice or workouts. Just trying to be kind of there for some moral support and trying to be a mentor was really important.
Despite his injury, he sees the program growing tremendously.
I would say the whole team in general has really improved, and this kind of because they've had to improve. It was either improve or we'd suffer the consequences. And then the freshmen coming in have done a really good job, just making sure that they're on it. Within the next 2 years, we see ourselves back a contender for the MEAC, for the conference title. At the moment, we're still rebuilding. It's still pretty much a fresh program with Coach Cole coming in only last year. So it's been tough, but we're definitely starting to build back up. But we're getting there.
Karen Clemens, WHOV Sports.
Now, I'm usually not that into college sports, basketball, NCAA tournament, March Madness. But when I saw that shot, Lord knows the buzzer beater I didn't think was going to drop.
Absolutely, it just came just in the nick of time, if you ask me.
I agree. Now, we had freshman ball not too long ago, and I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it, Damien?
Of course, yes, I did, Leslie. But now it's time for the sophomores, juniors, and seniors to shine at their ball.
WHOV reporter, Alexis Robinson is here to tell us how the upperclassmen are preparing for their big day.
An article where proton therapy was referred to as the holy grail of cancer treatment. I could leave my office, have the treatment, and drive back to work in about an hour and 10 minutes.
The Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute is treating prostate, brain, and other cancers with the most precise form of radiation treatment available.
It was almost too easy.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer, call the Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute today.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
I can't seem to save anything.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
We had freshman ball not too long ago, and I enjoyed it. Did you, Damien?
Of course, but now it's time for the sophomores, juniors, and seniors to shine at their own ball.
WHOV reporter Alexis Robinson is here to tell us how the upperclassmen are preparing for their big day.
This week is filled with so much excitement with all of the festivities, but how does everyone manage during such a busy time in the year? Let's check it out now. It is that time of year where students begin to let their hair down and pick out their best ball gowns. But before the students get to enjoy this grand evening, there's a few things that they must check off of their to-do list.
You want to make sure that whatever picture you take, your angles is hitting and that body is snatched.
Whether you're a one-man band or a college sweetheart, planning for two can be quite interesting.
Didn't want him to see my dress or know what color it was, so he's going with classic black and white.
And then we decided to split a hotel room. So it kind of just went really smoothly for us.
Although it takes two to tango, it's essentially up to the committee to ensure that the night is a success.
With regards to the DJ, to making sure the individuals are in the right dress, are all ran by the, ticket selling, all ran by students. And so us as the committee, we do the active work to make sure that this week is a success.
Although the planning for these events aren't necessarily easy, hopefully the hard work will pay off. The sophomores and juniors take their positions Thursday, which is tonight, and I can't wait to hit the top of those hotel steps for pictures. I don't know about you guys, but I am excited for this moment.
I wanted to go, personally.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for you. I can't go, so you have fun. I hope you look beautiful.
Well,
and
you all
everybody
have
else.
Send us
freshman
pictures.
ball, and I definitely will, yes.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Chat with us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for updates.
Good night.